Snorlax versus Tauros. Both normal types, both monsters, but completely different weapons. So who's actually better? Today we find out. This is a 5-round head-to-head matchup with rounds 1 through 4 being worth 1 point and that extra juicy round 5 being worth 3 points. Here's what we'll cover in each round. Base stats in round 1, moveset in round 2, typing in round 3, battle in-game in round 4, and in round 5, share the results of the YouTube poll where you had the chance to vote for your favorite Pokemon. 7 total points on the line. Whoever ends the video with the most points is the winner. And don't worry if you weren't able to vote in time in this poll. I'll give a sneak peek of tomorrow's poll at the end of this video. Alright, let's get into it. Snorlax versus Tauros. Round 1, base stats. This one tells a very clear story. Snorlax dominates HP, 160 to 75. That's not even close. It also takes attack, and special defense pretty comfortably. Tauros fights back though, taking defense and absolutely running away with speed, 110 to 30. So you've got bulk and power versus speed and physical durability. But when you total it all up, Snorlax wins 5 to 2. That massive HP and overall stat spread is just too much. Snorlax takes the first point and leads 1 to 0. Round 2, moveset. Tauros has a strong moveset, no doubt about that. Solid normal attacks, great coverage options, and it uses its speed really well. But Snorlax is on a slightly higher level in terms of versatility. If you look closely, their move list is basically identical, but with Snorlax being able to learn Focus Punch, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Brick Break, it gains the slight edge. Snorlax can go offensive, defensive, or anywhere in between. It can adapt to almost any situation. Tauros is excellent at what it does, but Snorlax simply does a little bit more. Snorlax takes round 2. Round 3. Type. This one's pretty straightforward. Normal versus normal, no advantages or disadvantages, same weaknesses, same strengths. I'll pull them up on the screen here as you can see. It's purely even. Round 3 is a tie, no points are awarded. Snorlax still leads 2 to nothing. Round 4, the in-game battle. This is where things get a little bit wild. 6 battles, level 50, Pokemon Fire Red, and Tauros, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. Just take a look. So as always, we're doing 6 total battles, 3 where I'm Snorlax against a wild Tauros, and 3 where I'm Tauros against a wild Snorlax. Right off the bat, I notice a massive issue for Snorlax. The move pool is terrible. I try Sleep Talk thinking it could put Tauros to sleep, which was dumb. It doesn't. But you'll see it doesn't really matter. Tauros makes quick work of Snorlax and takes the first battle. I've said this before, but I don't look up the move pools that each Pokemon has at level 50 before doing these battles, so I was shocked to see what Snorlax was working with, and I also admit I didn't really know what these moves actually did because I've never used Block or Covet or Sleep Talk in an actual run. But in Battle 2, I decided to see how much Covet will actually do, and it does a shocking amount. I know Tauros is bulky, but I was expecting Snorlax's base 110 attack to do much more than that. You can see I tried Block, again not knowing what it did. Hey, at least Tauros can't escape now, but once again, Tauros absolutely obliterates me. Alright, in Battle 3, I try to play it smart and actually go for rollout strats. Forgot to mention, Tauros's Intimidate cuts my attack right off the bat, so that probably is playing a big factor here. But Tauros goes for Swagger not once but twice, which should up my chances of at least doing a decent amount of damage. And you can see with rollout stacking, I actually get Tauros down to about 15% HP, but I didn't last long and Tauros won all 3 battles as a wild Pokemon. I don't know what I was expecting out of Snorlax, but it certainly wasn't that, so I had to take a moment for myself and stare at my reflection in the water and think about how I got to this point in my life. But alright, let's flip sides now. I get to use Tauros. Just taking a look at its move pool, it's kind of funny to me that Rest is an option for Tauros, but wasn't for Snorlax. Also lucky for me, I got to see what was effective for Tauros against Snorlax when I was using Snorlax. So as you can see, I go for Thrash not once, not twice, but 3 times, and wouldn't you know it, down goes Snorlax. In Battle 2, I was thinking that was very easy. I'm just going to see how poorly I can play this, see if maybe I can just pursuit Snorlax all the way down to 0 HP, but I got bored after using it twice and just decided, let's go for Thrash, let's make this quick. Alright, so as you can see, sometimes it takes 6 battles to determine who's actually better in game, but here it was pretty obvious there wasn't going to be any amount of battles that could prove that Snorlax had any chance against Tauros. Here again in Battle 3 I go for Thrash 3 times and make quick work, which honestly was a little disappointing. I was expecting some fireworks. But a clean 6-0 sweep. This is exactly what Tauros does best. Outspeed, outpressure, and never give Snorlax time to relax. Tauros absolutely dominates this round and takes the point. Round 5. The community poll. This is the big one. The community has spoken. Snorlax ended up with 81% of the vote, and Tauros only ended with 19% of the vote. So that means Snorlax takes the poll and all 3 points. This is the largest spread we've seen in one of these polls so far, by far, which honestly I was kind of shocked by. So the winner is Snorlax, 5-1. But now I want to hear from you. Did the right Pokemon win? And don't forget to vote in tomorrow's poll, Venusaur versus Blastoise. We'll see you in the next one.